lifting off his command center. I don't know if it'll die or not, but these Dragoons are going the wrong way.
Right, it most likely won't die, but you know it's not going to be useful, which is great for the Protoss because you know the main for the Terran is just about done. He only has 3 patches left, and all of them are going to be done any time now. And then his natural is getting down there as well, so he's going to need a third base very, very soon. And you know the third base of the Protoss is already up. He's going to be able to macro, and things are not looking good.
Yeah, I think at this point, really, the Protoss has a really good amount of map control, and he could start taking more expansions at this point. A couple siege tanks over here, nice zealot bombs over there, and I'm not sure if there's nothing else, but these Dragoons should be able to take out most of the rest of these, as there's only primarily vultures left in this group. He will try and take the high ground advantage and run up here, but he did lose a few to those reinforcements that came in, so he will lose these Dragoons.
Right, but what you need to notice is that he lost, I think, 4 or 5 tanks there. So even though his small army dies, as long as he can keep limiting the number of tanks he has, he'll never be able to effectively push. You can have a bunch of vultures, but you know, as long as he keeps taking out your tanks, you're not going to be able to siege anything. You're not going to be able to really do a whole lot of damage. So now he still has to keep pumping out and waiting for those tanks. Had he still had those 5 tanks right now, you maybe have seen him push right now on the Protoss, but because he lost them, he has to wait a bit longer.
Yeah, and you can see a Reaver and 2 High Templars going in this shuttle right here. And it's going to be probably trying to do some harassment as it's not following the army around. The Terran did spot it with his spider mines and units though, and we're not sure how much damage this will be able to do, but there's a lot of SCVs transferring over here, and it's a pretty risky moment right here.
Right, this is great, awesome harass, because right now he's giving him no room to just macro and breathe, and it's going to be beautiful. And there you go, you see.
Oh my god! Oh no!
Oh, that's huge. And also, another storm goes off, and you know that's damaging tanks, like I said. So even less tanks, and it's right now it just looks like the Terran's in trouble.
Wow! For the cost of 1 High Templar, he took out maybe 4, 5, or 6 vultures, damaged some tanks, and killed a ton of SCVs at the same time. The Protoss is doing a really good job harassing here.
Right, he's really turned this game around.
Yeah, he's still harassing these SCVs with that Reaver. We'll see if that Scarab gets any kills. Looks like it won't. And he's going in over here to get some harassment. A mine does kill that Reaver though, and this... Oh my god, that High Templar has 17 kills right now. That's just amazing. All those SCVs got destroyed.
Right, and he's doing a great thing right now. He's expanding at the bottom right, because if he had also in similar fashion to the Terran right now, his natural is about to mine out. He does have the third base. Now the Terran has the third base. You don't want to be even. That's especially what you don't want, especially since he has a couple upgrades, so his army's a little bit better than yours right now, although the Protoss does have +2. But as long as he can keep getting up more expansions, always stay at least 1 or 2 expansions ahead, especially since the tech, this will be huge. But you can see he's dropping the bottom left, so this could be huge as well.
Shouldn't be a problem, as there's a lot of zealots being unloaded here. And yeah, these vultures will probably not be able to do any damage. There's also a photon cannon over there. But more drops, never mind, those are empty dropships. And actually he's doing a really good job microing these vultures, and he still probably won't be able to get past those photon cannons though.
Right, he really needed those tanks, and you know the Protoss took them right out. He knew exactly what to go for, and it was great.
Yeah, he dropped right on the tanks, and he's trying to harass the main now, but it's not really going to do much. You can see the Protoss is still adding a lot more gates, and it's really a big difference in comparison to the last game we saw, and these two have had excellent micro almost the whole game. Or excellent macro and micro.
Right, yeah. The only thing that the Terran has, he has a lot of gas, but there's really not a whole lot to spend that on. The one thing I would like to see him get is a little bit more upgrades, because as it stands now, he needs some sort of edge, and the best edge for him to get right now would be +3. +3 would kill the goons much, much quicker. The splash damage would be a lot larger. He'd be able to take out clumps of zealots. It'd be great for him, and he really needs it, because the tech that the Protoss is using, plus those shuttles, it's really putting a hurt on him right now.
Oh, and Vulture Harass coming in here. These are going to be able to take out a lot of probes. The photon cannons finished just in time, but I think these cannons will go down, and a lot of probes may be killed as well. The Protoss army is coming in from behind though, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem.
Right, it looks like the Terran's really repaying the favor that the Protoss put on him with all those Reavers and the Dark Templar. Now he's doing the same with Vultures, and Also, what he needs to do is expand again. What I would like for him, I would like to see him take maybe the top right. The island would be hard. Although he does have those shuttles, you could probably defend it well.
Yeah, because he does still have 2 dropships, and at this point, the Terran's just trying to harass with all these vultures, trying to go in multiple points of places, and these shuttles, 3 shuttles now, they don't have Reavers or anything now, but they still have 2 High Templars, Zealot Bombs, and Dragoons. And right now the Terran has an extremely small army, 121 supply to 170 supply.
Right, and just take a look at the supply right now. 169, 123. That is horrible for the Terran. And if he pushes to that top left, it's definitely going to go down. I'm expecting him to push any time now because his army, in comparison to the Terran's, is just massive difference.
Well, he still does not want to lose this expansion at the bottom left. Another drop by the Terran, and Protoss can't really afford to lose this expansion, even though, well, he does have some more Zealot bombs coming in, more Zealots being dropped, and it's not going to be any big problem either. So, really good job here by the Protoss defending all these expansions that he needs.
Right, those dropships have really been great for him because, you know, he took that bottom left. The Terran's committing, you know, he's trying to take it out. That's not the first time he's dropped. He's dropped many units down there, and as long as he can just keep, you know, keeping his bases alive, I'm expecting to see him maybe expand to the middle left now, just to stop those dropships from being able to just freely come in, drop, and get out of there. As long as maybe he could take the middle left, put up some cannons there, then he would have a hard time.
Well, it looks like this might be the last battle here. There's still a pretty large amount of siege tanks, and sometimes siege tanks can do a lot of damage, more than you'd expect, but there still are High Templars, and those units are in pretty big clumps, so a few good storms could take out a lot of them.
Right, and the 3 dropships coming in right now look like they're going to drop right on top of them, take out a lot of units right here.
Yeah, and these siege tanks are forced to unsiege. There's even an Archon in there. One mine did manage to take out 4 units that I saw, but it doesn't matter. There's just way too many Protoss units, and these tanks and these units can't hold off anything. Storms going off everywhere, and all these tanks are going to be decimated. GG.